Okay, my B example for example 5 is 2 plus the square root of x minus 6 equals the square root of x plus 10. Now, in this problem, I already have one of my square roots by itself. I have the square root of x plus 10 is alone over here. So we could just start off by squaring both sides. And this gets a little weird here. Because again, I have this whole side gets squared. 2 plus the square root of x minus 6 times 2 plus square root of x minus 6. This one's just kind of a little weird to think about, because it's not just the square root of x. But the same rules, same process. We take our 2 times 2 is 4. That was our first. Outside, we multiply what's in front of the radical and what's underneath. So we really only get 2 square root of x minus 6. Inside, we get another 2 square root of x minus 6. And then our last, when we take the square root of x minus 6 times the square root of x minus 6, we get x minus 6. And I'm just going to put that in parentheses. Not really necessary, but I'm going to have it in parentheses just so I know. Here was my first, outside, inside, last. And square root of x plus 10 squared is x plus 10. Let's combine what we can. So over on this left side, I have my 2 squared x minus 6, 2 squared x minus 6. And then the 4 and negative 6 is minus 2. And then my plus x over here. I need to get this radical by itself. So let's subtract x and add 2. We get 4 square root x minus 6 equals, well, that's kind of nice. If I subtract x from both sides, those x's cancel out. 10 plus 2 is 12. And at this point, you could either divide both sides by 4. Sometimes it works out nicely, like in this case. If it didn't, you could just square both sides at this point. I'm going to divide both sides by 4, though, because I can do 12 divided by 4 nicely. Then we square both sides to get rid of our radical. And add 6 to both sides. This one was kind of nice because we didn't have to check for extraneous solutions because we never actually squared an x that wasn't underneath. We still should double check and make sure it actually works. So if I double check that in my original, 2 plus the square root of 15 minus 6, I should get the square root of 15 plus 10. And 15 minus 6 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 15 plus 10 is 25, and the square root of 25 is 5. So that checks out. 15 is the solution. This one, again, was kind of nice because I didn't have a quadratic equation to solve either.